Okay, so this is the first time I've really done a video like this. Just started putting stuff on YouTube because it gave me a reason to video and take pictures and play with my cars. So I thought I'd show people my Everest 10, Redcat Everest-10. My wife bought it for me for Christmas, and I immediately threw four-wheel steer in it. Put a new motor in it, new wheels and tires, just some playing around with it. My plan is to eliminate these outer body clips. It's kind of hits the ground on this stand, but I'm going to take these body clips, and I can't find my Velcro, where I'd get the Velcro out and just Velcro the inside here, because I put these on here. And these are to kind of keep the body from slamming into stuff and just stiffen it up some. These are something I found. I think they came in a drawer set we got to, keep the drawers separate. But it works. I'm going to put some Velcro, like I said, there. Get rid of these outer ones, and then I can just pop it on and it'll stay on there. I shoe glued, drywall taped, put lots of hot glue in there so it's a little stiffer anyway. I like that body style though. I like the look of it. Oh, she also got me the radio link, and I threw that in here because I have what's called a Baston's quad steer. It's right here. I wrapped it in some shrink wrap or hot, heat shrink, and it allows me to turn it on. It allows me to switch all my four-wheel steer. It's really cool. Hold on. And what you do is you plug your two servos into it, and then you plug it into whatever channel works on your radio, and then you also plug it into the steering. So you go one to the steering, one to a separate channel, and when you have it in another channel, there's all wheel, there's just front wheel. Click it again, there's crab, rear wheel, and then back to four wheel. And another cool feature is if you're crawling along and you want your rear wheels to stay like that while you have front wheel steer, you click it over and they stay locked like that, and then you can maneuver that, and they work, they still run, but then you click it back and they go back and you're into crab, rear wheel. And you can do the same thing with the front wheel. So you want your front wheels to lock and have rear wheel steer, you got to go to crab, lock your front wheels where you want them, click it over into rear wheel steer, and then you've got your front wheels driving however you want them. And there's four wheel. Yeah, I'm running on 2S. I have run it on 3. It's a little crazy. I tore up the original wheels on 3S. This one's kind of rounded out. I don't know if you can tell. One of them just snapped off. There it is. Of course, it's the very bottom one. I don't know if you can see that, but it just broke it off. It just snapped it. These Redcat receivers, the transmitters that come with them, the transmitter is not bad. It's a FlySky FS GT2E. I mean, they're $40 just for radio like that. They're pretty good, but it didn't have the third channel. And for this Baston's quad steer, you don't have to have a third channel. You can set it up to where if you do a little wiggle like that, it'll change it over, and this will actually do it still. Let's turn it back I've got it to do it, even though it's hooked up to the thing. So you go there, and then a little wiggle. Oh, yeah, it freaked it out. It doesn't like it. See, it doesn't. It's confused now. If you wiggle it while it's got the, sometimes it works, but yeah. This one, if I unhooked it, you'd get the wiggle. Then it would work on wiggle. But it allows you to still use the Baston's quad steer with a 2-channel radio, which is cool. I hooked this Baston's quad steer up to my SX20 or SCX24. The deadbolt I have, I put rear wheel. I kind of have a thing for rear wheel for some reason. I just think it's cool. It's nice when you're crawling. I haven't done a whole lot of crawling. I just got this winter. It's been really snowy. Cold. That's, I think, part of the reason I broke the wheel was this plastic and it was cold. I moved my receiver up here. I actually made a little plate out of some aluminum channel, or excuse me, angle. And I just JB welded 2 pieces together and then hot glued it to this metal or plastic battery tray, just to keep the battery from sliding forward onto the spur gear. The spur gear is just sitting out in the open there, so your battery tends to ride forward sometimes, and I don't want it laying on it and hitting it, which means at some point I'm either going to have to put another piece back here, keep them sliding back, or I got to Dremel that out or cut it out or something. It just sits in there funky. But I also, these springs pop out of this little cup in the bottom, and I didn't like it, so I took some heat shrink tape or tubing and put a little piece in there and just shrunk it around. I don't know, they'll probably pop out, but you know, they still move. I didn't want them to, they kept popping off of that little cup, and it didn't make much sense. Oh, I also took some of the torque twist out by putting these little shock tower things on there, kind of sideways, just lengthen the chassis a little bit. I might even get some, I don't know if I want to get rid of the clearance, but I might put some shorter shocks on there just to also further get rid of the torque twist. Isn't horrible with this, the way this is here, and I put the spacers, preload spacers in there. What else did I do? Oh, it's an Endura 27 turn motor, which is a cinch to go in this thing. It just slaps in and out. That's why I wanted this one, because I like to play with them. I like to just pull them apart, play with it. Oh, I also got the axle, or the standoffs on here. There's 16 millimeter with a 12 millimeter hex. They've got 2 set screws. I've ordered these blue crappy ones that were same price, really. Actually, I think these are like 50 cents more. But they just kept falling off. The nut right here just kept falling out of the wheel, and they didn't have any set screw, so you lose the whole thing, and then you lose the pin, and you know. So I actually sent them back. They just took them back. I had them on there. I didn't even get them outside. I had them in the living room, and they fell off like 4 times, so I sent them back. Amazon's great for that. If something don't work, you just send it back. I'm running like half foams, I think, in these tires. I cut the foams down. I like have a little squishy. All my crawling's been with my axials and my Devastator. I've got an HBX Devastator that I love. It's got a 4-wheel steer, but it's got mudslingers on it like this too, just a 24 scale. But yeah, I got to put some venting in these, because I'm already getting a flat spot for right here. I don't know. I think it went away by now, but as it sits for a while, there's air pressure in there, and it'll just get stuck there, and so I need some way to vent that air in and out. It's holding too much air. It's not, they're squishy enough. It's the flat spots that I don't like. Anyway, that's my Redcat Everest-10, and it's my first video like this where I'm talking and showing something off, and my messy bench, and this is pretty much how it looks all the time. I've always got broken crap on here, stuff my wife wants me to paint for, you know, just I got stuff everywhere. But I'll do more videos as I keep going. Oh, I made this for I don't know if you noticed I want to start doing some videoing while I'm driving, and I took an old busted, this radio link is kind of cool. It has a 1/4x20 threaded hole, and I took a busted little, tripod. Used to have these kind of little legs on it, and I pulled them out and it just snapped apart on me. So do some JB weld in there and a couple washers and a bolt, and now it mounts on my transmitter. But I also made another one, because not all my transmitters have that bolt. So I put a bolt in here. I just JB welded a bolt in there, and this is a cool clamp because it's got an adjustment for the strength. So you're not gonna, when you put it on your transmitter, you don't crush it. It's the first time I put it on there, I felt like it was just gonna crush it. It was a pretty strong clamp, and you can get it pretty snug. You can't whip it around or it's gonna fly off there. But I don't even think I paid. Well, I paid a couple bucks for the whole selfie stick at Goodwill. I don't know where I got that mount, but yeah. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit a like on there. Whatever.